What's going on, everybody? It's your boy God by 2009. I got another good one for y'all coming in today. I appreciate all the love. Thank you for all the support. I seen a lot of y'all didn't catch my last video, so if you didn't get to watch that one, please make sure you go watch my last video and make sure you like that video. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, it's been a whole lot going on. I know I usually do that at a different schedule, but I apologize about that. So I just want y'all to make sure y'all go back and make sure y'all definitely check that one out and look at it because I would really appreciate that. It means a lot because I do this for y'all, try to get this correct. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter the chat room, please. And this one's gonna be about what's wrong with the Scorpio man because I get a lot of emails about this, and a lot of times it has to be like a lot of problems, and it always end up being some type of enormous clash between the Scorpio man and his woman. So, and our in different relationships with the Scorpio, whether it's your friend, your brother, or whatever, it'd be a lot of problems, and a lot of people run into this enormous clash. And they always tell me it seems to go well, but then all of a sudden it gets, you know, a lot of drama start coming out of nowhere, or either he just completely disappears. So I'm gonna go into this a little bit because I know I get a lot of requests, and don't think I forgot your requests and things of that nature. Um, if you feel like that I missed understood something you said, or I didn't get a certain quest title that you put in, make sure you put that in the comment section. Just hit me up behind the scenes or whatever, because y'all be seeing it'd be quite a few requests. So just give me a time to get through that one. I'm just setting up everybody, give everybody a little time to come in too. But I appreciate I got one person watching. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. But this one's gonna be about the what's wrong with my Scorpio, what's going on with them, what's happening. I'm just trying to get this not being for y'all the right way. Sometimes it's hard to get a good lighting. Anybody that do videos know I'm not no I'm serious. No, I'm not playing about that. It's hard to get a good lighting sometimes. So y'all excuse me about that. I'm just giving y'all a little time. That's all. This is gonna be about what's wrong with my Scorpio man. What's really going on with him? Y'all just give me a couple minutes set up. Y'all make sure y'all like, and just like I told y'all, y'all make sure y'all like that last video. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all like. But yeah, this one's gonna be about what's going on with the Scorpio because a lot of times, in a lot of relationships that I've been in, even my own personal relationship, because this is kind of like where the video is coming from. Even in my own personal relationships, is I end up being it's an enormous gap, and I want to make sure I cover that and let y'all know, what particular things you should look out for, what certain things you should be cautious of when you're in a relationship with this man because there's so many different dynamics to him, and just like I always tell y'all, we are very multi-dimensional. So we're not these ordinary people where you could just read like an open book. So you have to really, really be um you have to really be a type of person. I told you, you can't be just the type of person that be like, okay, I'm gonna just do regular routine, I'm gonna just do the same old. I'm not gonna really take the time to look, beyond the layers or beyond the stuff. Because what I mean by that is, a lot of women when they in relationships, not just with the Scorpio man, but I gotta say with the Scorpio man, a lot of times when y'all in relationships with us, y'all is one dimensional. So you can't be one dimensional. You can't be like, okay, he's quiet, so I'm just let him be quiet, or oh, he's like this, so I'm gonna just let it be like this. No, you can't just say that or go, by that. You have to be a type of person that use a certain discernment. Like when you talk to your Scorpio man, you got to be able to look beyond the surface, because if you be like, oh, okay, he looks like he's enjoying himself, but you're not the type of person that's gonna look within deeper than what he appears to be. You're gonna run it. You're never gonna understand where he's coming from. You're never going to understand what's going on in the relationship because you're not able to look beyond the surface. Because and one thing you got to understand, even though I know it's a lot of times you won't hear this. A Scorpio man, even a lot of people say, oh, they're very stubborn, they're very high tempered, and they're very emotional. Yeah, just like I told y'all, we do have a certain emotions to ourselves, but it's not like we don't expose it. So a lot of times you will see that, but you be like, you will feel it more so than you'll see it. I say that you won't be. It's not gonna come off like an open book, because a lot of times I end up hitting the problems, and I'm gonna say this because this is another point that you got to get before we even get started. Is like a lot of times when people realize their problem, or a lot of times when it gets to the point where there's an enormous problem and the Scorpio man decides to, back off, whether he takes the high road and just to let you know face to face, okay, certain things is going wrong, whether he just disappears. It's always something that occurred. It's never going to be a sporadic situation where you can be like, oh, what's going on. You gonna definitely know. You gonna if you type of person that, just like I told you, the type of person that use some type of discernment, you definitely gonna know what's going on because you're gonna already understand him. You're gonna already have a certain knowledge of your Scorpio. You're gonna already have a certain understanding of your Scorpio. I hope y'all enjoy this one a little bit more because I'm trying to make sure the lighting is good. So, but just like I told y'all, y'all have to make sure y'all like that last. Trying to make sure, just like I told you, I put certain time and certain efforts into this. So y'all make sure y'all watch that last one there. I appreciate all the love. And man, and it's another thing. I know this is off topic and this is kind of sporadic and this is random, but a lot of the young Scorpios, a lot of Scorpios I see, and I'm not just trying to speak upon myself, but a lot of Scorpios I see, a lot of them are not appreciated during their lifetime. It's like, yeah, they're very loved. They very loved. It's more aware, it's more clear to people on the outside looking in, but it's like during their lifetime they don't get the love and appreciation they deserve. They don't get the admiration they deserve, not like getting your butt kissed or getting undeserved love and admiration. But it's like people, a lot of Scorpios I see in my lifetime, they leave, they don't have this enormous lifespan compared to the other zodiac signs, and a lot of them I see they leave early. Man, they leave in their 20s and their 30s. I see a lot of Scorpios, they leave early. I think that's a lot of times they say the Scorpio, we are the sign of new beginnings, the sign of death. But because people, a lot of people be see like, oh, once you close your eyes and you leave this place, is death. But no, it's actually it's a new life. You know what I'm saying? It's not in the physical life, but it's a new spiritual life. Y'all make sure y'all like, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. I appreciate all the love. What's wrong? Because a lot of y'all come and tell me all types of certain things, and so I'm gonna make this one clear. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this one. First thing when you see a Scorpio man is when you start to realize there's problems, you need to, you know, immediately, hit it on the nail. You need to immediately make sure it's settled. Make sure y'all have some type of understanding before you get into solve anything with a Scorpio man. Have anything clear with a Scorpio man, you have to have his respect. You got to have a certain relationship, a certain bond with him. You can't just he's not going to be this open book. You're not going to be able to see everything that's going on right away, whether it's a problem, whether it's anything. You got to look at the signs. You got to look at the enormous signs, and these, you got to look real closely because a lot of times when the Scorpio starts to have a certain problem, or a certain issue, or he starts to grow unhappy, you will start to see the change. He will not be as enthusiastic about, he don't think because he's backing up all the time. Don't get me wrong. Don't think because he's backing up necessarily is something wrong, but always see the signs of whether it's he start, first he's going to start backing away at certain times because a lot of people don't understand that we're not these evil, these brutal, vindictive, evil people. Like if we get to the point that he's yelling, he's physically yelling at you out his voice, he's grilling you, he's being mean to that point. But that's at the point where you at the third degree. It's almost like you at the extreme. You have hit a close nerve, and it's at to the point it's growing to the end. But if he's at the point where he's just backing off and he's having salad, retreats where he disappears for a while, it's not because he doesn't have any type of love or respect for you. It's because we see we're the type of people, we know, just like I said, we know where we coming from, we know who we are. But a lot of stuff, we understand that in this world, a lot of people, especially with family, people that supposedly understand us, they really, even the people that love us, we understand we're not very understood. A lot of people don't understand us. A lot of people don't get us. So a lot of times we are, just like I said, we are extremely deep thinkers. So we don't like to be one dynamic and sit there and impulsively go on off that intention at that one moment. Because one thing about us, we know our strength, we know where we come from, we know how we come off, we know that we're very different, we know that most people look at us in a certain way, most people see us in a certain way. But you got to understand that we understand that. That's why a lot of times we will back off. That's why a lot of times we will become very extremely frustrated. We will become angry because a lot of times we are distorting our feelings. A lot of times Scorpio will downplay his feelings because we're trying to go around the edges. You know what I'm saying? When we love you, when we have a certain love for you, when we earned a certain respect for you, we already have a certain trust for you. So when you cross that certain line, you cross certain barriers that we didn't think that you would cross. It's not only gonna make us angry as though it's some type of light argument. No, that's not. It's bigger than that. It's like you breaking our trust. You breaking everything that we stood for, that we thought you stood for in a relationship, because he's not gonna do that to you. Even though we might seem like he's wild, or he might seem like he's being a certain way. Even if he's being a certain way to you, he's not going to put you in an enormous predicament. He's going to always have a certain loyalty. He's going to always have a certain um we always have a certain class to ourselves. A lot of people don't understand that. Just like the rapper said, I'm a you got to be a gentleman, and you got to be rough around the edges sometimes, because a lot of times it's too. That's why people don't understand us. People be like, he's so nice and he's so manly. And when we come around my family and when we do certain things, when I bring my Scorpio around, when he's around his co-workers, he's very nice. When we doing things together on the outside, he has a certain class about himself. He has a certain prestigious, attitude about himself. He's very cool. He's laid back. He don't really seem like he's gonna squash a fly. But the moment certain things or certain issues hit, he's all of a sudden he's going off. All of a sudden it's going to this enormous arguments. It's going to this enormous things. But and it seems like it comes out of nowhere. And what's wrong with him. But a lot of times you got to understand is when it gets to this certain point, is getting to a point where it's boiling over. It's not like it's happening sporadically. It's a lot of issues, a lot of things that you haven't been paying attention to. It's a lot of stuff that you haven't been seeing. Matter of fact, let me put my stuff in right quick before I get started. And just like I said, I know a lot of y'all didn't catch my last video or whatever. Make sure y'all watch my last video and like it, please. And comment if you didn't watch it, because I know a lot of it went over people's heads. I know I put it out real early. So I want y'all to watch that, man. Check it out. I really would appreciate it. Make sure you like it. Make sure you show some love. If you can, make sure you donate. I'm gonna put my links in. If you want to email me, make sure you donate and hit me up on my links. I'm gonna put my Yahoo. I'm gonna put my Gmail if you want to reach out to me. Thank you so much. Because a lot of times y'all don't understand, man. I put a lot of energy. It be so many disruptions, so much BS going on around. It's like almost like every time I try to give y'all something good, give y'all these videos, it's a lot of stuff that be happening. A lot of disrupt, a lot of negativity. Don't y'all find it wicked? Yeah, that's a lot of stuff people don't understand. People think, oh, Scorpios, y'all so dark, or y'all so scary, or y'all have a certain appearance about y'all. No, it's not like we're trying to be these intentionally evil people, but a lot of times we are given reasons to be evil. We are given reasons to be mean to people. We are given reasons to be nasty to people. You know what I'm saying? And the energy, if and understand this, the energy that he is giving back, just like you got to know, even though people don't like to look at it, and this where the enormous clashes happen. Y'all gotta pay attention to this part. This where enormous clashes happen because people say, okay, Scorpio, y'all get on my nerves because y'all like to mirror people. Okay, so if he's mirroring you, he's copying you. If he's copying you, he's showing you examples of your own behavior. He's giving you visual examples of your own behavior, and it's not. And don't take it for him trying to be annoying or him trying to get the last word or him trying to be childish, but he's showing you, he's giving you physical examples, almost improving how you are acting. He's showing you what he's seeing. He's showing you, giving you examples of what he's dealing with. He's showing you, he's trying to give you visual, like, okay, hint, hint, like, okay, catch on, if you don't get it, it's like we showing it right in front of your face. And most likely, even if it's subtle or it comes off as being light, if you're the type of person that really, that you got to grab by the collar and let them know, and have the bull horns, and have flying trapeze, and have enormous billboards going across in order to uh get a message across, in order to get an understanding. You're not gonna understand them. In order for y'all to build, y'all have to understand. So if you type of person that's very passive aggressive, a type of person that's very unemotional, a type of person that's very relatable, then it's not going to work out, because you got to understand you're dealing with a person that's very sentimental, a person that's very close. Just like just like a Cancer, just like a Pisces, we're very close. Everything is very close. Everything is very personable. Let me see what's going on with y'all up here. I'm gonna speak to y'all right here. Hey, Naturally Me. Hey, Crystal Copeland. Hey, my Sherry. Hey, Brittany John. Hey, Mary Seaman. Hey, Goddess. Hey, make sure I got all of y'all. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter. I see a couple of y'all coming in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button too. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But a lot of times you will start to see the distances. You will start to see him start to be more snappy. And certain times people were like, "Oh, why is he being so silent to me? Like I haven't done anything personable to make him be silent to me." But you got to understand, when we are silent, is because of certain trust. We have to build a certain trust. We have to build a certain rapport with you, because we don't understand a lot about people. We go through a lot with people. A lot of people cross us. A lot of people say, Scorpio, we're vindictive, or we're evil, are we these dark people? But a lot of times we are crossed by numerous people, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's whoever. We are crossed by. Y'all make sure y'all hit that likes up. Y'all is a trip. Y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. Thank you. And a lot of people don't understand this, because a lot of times it's like we feel like we have, it's almost like pulling teeth. You ever heard the saying, it's like pulling teeth? A lot of times in relationships, it's like we're pulling teeth. It's like it's like dragging a ton of bricks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how, like, people say, oh, this is exhausting, it's draining. Yeah, but that's how it is for us, because it's like, when you miss, people don't understand. People say they misunderstood, but they have a certain circle to go to, or they still have a certain amount of friends, or they still have a certain minimum of people that they can run to. But when you understand, when you talk about a Scorpio, we don't have this minimum of people that we have to go to. We don't have this support group. We don't have this cheerleading section. So everything that we deal with is head on. Everything we deal with is internal. Everything we is handled in house. You got to understand, this man is not the type that's going to have an issue with you, or have some type of argument with you and run and tell 8 different buddies, or run and tell a couple of coworkers, or run and tell dad, or run and tell the bros and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare, because even when we have people that we love and that we have a certain trust level, just because I trust you as a friend, or I trust you as a family member, don't mean I trust you when it comes to advice. Don't mean he's going to trust you when it comes to personal situations. Don't mean I can trust you when it comes to matters of the heart, matters of the spirit, matters of the soul. We know what sections to put people in, and that's how Scorpio look at people. We have sections that we put people in. Like, okay, I trust her to a certain extent, but she's not gonna never know this, that, and the third. Or I trust enough to do this around her. I trust enough to do that around her. But we know where that ends. We know that where that begins, and we know where that ends. Like don't think for a second that just because you hear Scorpio saying something and he didn't invite you to really actually hear that information. Don't think that we are not, that we don't catch that. Don't think that he won't catch on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we are very strategic. We're extremely strategic, so things that he say to you, don't think it's coming off sporadically. That I keep, what I'm saying? That's one thing you got to understand, that it's not going to come out of nowhere. This It's going to be many, many signs that lead up to this. And you got to be able to understand that if you got to see it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a person that listens. I know a lot of times you might be like, okay, okay, God body, like, okay, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. Okay, so go into more detail. Go into a little more detail. Okay, I got you. Okay. It's like when he talking to you about certain situations. If you go into a communication about where you feel like every time you communicate with him, it's a certain anger or a certain burst of anger or a certain disconnect or it's a certain you know, certain things you don't understand, and then it's just coming off, out of nowhere. Y'all make sure y'all like. I see a couple of y'all in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I don't know how if my peoples is in here, my moderators. Hey, Brittany John, make sure you remind them. I don't know if Brittany John in here. Matter of fact, let me show. Let me just do it. Hit that like button. I appreciate y'all coming in because I know some of y'all be listening so good. They be like, God, buddy, we be listening so good, but you be stopping to tell us to like the. But yeah, because I want you to like the video, uh, Miss Ma'am, Mister Sir. I appreciate that because it's helped to get the video out there. Y'all wanted to. I want to give y'all the best, so let me get it to y'all, but y'all got to show me that love though. Let me see. And I know these things that I'm saying might sound like small problems, and let me tell y'all something because I want to make sure I'm looking at the camera when I tell y'all this point. Because one thing I always hear a Scorpio in the back of my head, like, look at the camera, look me in my eyes. Y'all know that's our motto, look me in the eyes. So I gotta look y'all in the face when I'm telling y'all this, because I'm being real with y'all. I know these issues and these certain things about this situation might seem small. They might seem very, very, and I'm gonna break down to you why they're not very small, why they're very enormous, and why you should take it into consideration. Because when it's getting to the point where he's not communicating with you, that's enormous. That's not, if it's, I mean, it's certain times we do take sporadic breaks. We do have certain times we need solitude and he'll back off. That's not abnormal. But if it's getting to a point where it's continuous and you're not hearing from him, people will tell me, "Oh, I see him on Facebook, but he won't talk to me," or is certain things about that. And then it might be something you might need to look a little bit more into, because for one, we're not very sociable when it comes to the outside. Even though people be like, "Oh, uh, but my Scorpio's always on Facebook." If he's on Facebook, he's still on that lizard stage where he hasn't matured, or either he's trying to mess with he's hitting your nerves because he knows you're watching. He knows you're observing from a rear. We know what type of, just like I tell y'all, we know what type of impression we leave. We know that we are loved. We know that it's people that's close to us. So if he's getting to a point where he's not communicating with you, but it's continuous and it's long periods of time, and he's not communicating with you, and don't I ain't talking about no, even though this seems crazy, if he's not even it's a couple of weeks or whatever, that's our time, because you got to understand he's not just taking the time just to be away from you personally. It's taking the time to build himself. Because one thing about us, we know that everything counts in a relationship, not just us being physically there like the old school guys and just being in the house, but you unhappy, you want to leave, you stuck in the rut, and you don't want to leave, and it's just that. No, we the type of people that we know that in a relationship you got to be there mind, body, and soul. So if we are disconnected in any of those three, we got to back up. We got to regenerate that energy. Cause y'all know how, just like you say, people it's certain people that come into your life that blood suck the energy. It's certain people that refuel the energy. You know what I'm saying? But even if you have in a healthy relationship where the energy is being refueled, you know, it's certain times you got to back away. You got to, and that's the certain times where you'll see him kind of push away. But if it's getting to the point where it's long periods of time, that means it's something enormously wrong with the trust, because we don't really like dealing with people too much that we can't trust, that we always got to keep looking over our shoulder, that we always got to keep trying to figure out, that we always got to keep over explaining stuff to, that we always got to keep hitting stuff on the head with. Because if you're the type of person that don't understand the Scorpio heart, then a lot of stuff will come off as being harsh to you. If you're the type of person that can't take constructive criticism, because understand, we do know how to use harsh words. We do know how to be mean. If he's trying to be mean to you, you won't have to guess it, and it ain't gonna be like, oh, you're coming off mean, or oh, it seems like you were being mean. No, you're not gonna. It's not gonna seem like anything. I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna be directly mean to you. If I'm on your head, I'm gonna be directly pressing on your head. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna. It's not gonna be no sidestepping or any type of subliminal shots or any type of vindictive behavior. It's gonna be. I'm a direct shooter. I'm gonna be at you. I'm gonna be on top of your neck. You're not gonna like me. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people be like, oh, he's coming off me for no reason. No, it's because it's the trust. Is certain things. It's just even having regular conversation. You know, a lot of times as a Scorpio man, it's like it's hard for us to open up, because when we open up to people, we don't get the right response in return. We don't get the right energy in return. It's just like it's just like you talking to somebody isn't like, you know how you know, let me, I'm gonna break some examples down for y'all, because I'm gonna do some videos for y'all, man. I got some stuff coming up for y'all that's y'all gonna enjoy, but I'm gonna break down this example. It's like, you know how you talking to somebody, be like, you be like, can I tell you about something personal? Yeah, I could. Yeah, you could tell me about something personal. I got you. And you like, you let them know, yeah. And this happened in the in third. I just, it could be 10 minutes. You like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta go. Uh, but we gonna talk about that in a little bit. Oh yeah. They hit you with the oh yeah. y'all know that look. Oh yeah. It's like they face it. It's like they can't believe, oh yeah. It's like, yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's so ingenuine, it's so it's so insincere, it's so shallow, it's so fake, by the way most people come off, by the way people uh approach situations, by the way people talk to you, by the way people deal with you. It's so impersonal, it's so agitating, it's so aggravating. It's like you get to the point, why sit there and feed something that's that's rolling downhill? Why try to feed energy into something that's being poured out? It's like you pouring water into a bucket with a big hole in it. You pouring all this energy, you pouring all this love, you're pouring out all this loyalty, you're pouring out all this trust, but in return you're getting stabbed in the back, you're getting talked about, you're getting used, you getting, it's just different things that make us just back away from the situation totally. I see a couple of y'all in here, but y'all got to hit that. Y'all got to hit that light though, man. Y'all got to hit that light. Make sure y'all come in here and hit that light, man. I appreciate all the support. Let me see what y'all talking about up in here. Uh, and just like I said, y'all make sure y'all like that last video too, cause it's I did that one really early, so a lot of people didn't get to catch it. So y'all make sure y'all check out that last video. I did that one really fast, but y'all make sure y'all catch that one. Let me see what y'all talking about in here. Hey, God, body. Let me make sure I speak to all. Okay, make sure there ain't no question. I can tell his mood from his one answered text most times. If you're all in the room, then like should be. Oh yeah, make sure y'all like, make sure I appreciate it. Yeah, and a lot of times we'll back away from people because a lot of times we get this distorted, almost this distorted energy from people that surround us. It's like it ain't nothing that it's not even all the time something that you necessarily have to say or necessarily that you have to do. It's like we can feel the energy, like we feel people being insincere with us, we feel people being fake with us, we feel people being conniving with us, we feel people being jealous with us. It don't always got to be something you saying or something you doing. It's like we can feel it. It's like we know it for sure. It's like it's there. It's not like we're pulling this up out of nowhere. He get to the point he's gonna start reacting. He's going to start having sporadic. He's going to start having these enormous sporadic bouts of anger. He's going to have these enormous sporadic bouts of rage and different things of that nature. I'm just messing around with certain things. Y'all give me a second. I just want to see something. I'm just messing around with my gadgets. Y'all excuse my appearance cut. A lot of times y'all don't understand. I could be doing a whole lot more as far as my presentation and different things of that nature. But I just want to show y'all that I just want to show I got to be relatable. I got to be a certain person. Just be have the same appearance of a regular Scorpio because when you talk about a regular Scorpio, we do have a nice knack for different things, but you got to understand when you're hitting the hurdles too, because if you don't understand when you're hitting those hurdles, they can become enormous. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me see. Hey, Hannah, what's going on? What's going on? I see a couple of y'all in here. I'm looking for some of my regulars, but I don't see a lot of them in here today. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. I'm looking for some of my moderators to come in here. I only been seeing Brittany. I might see Taya. I don't see a lot of my moderators in here right now, but I appreciate the ones that did get to come through. Y'all make sure y'all like. It's a lot more easier when you got your moderators and different things come through. But y'all make sure y'all like, show that love because just like I told y'all, it's an enormous help. So I appreciate that. You'll call me missing. Yeah. Hey Mary, I'll make sure I just got all because usually y'all be having a bunch of stuff for me lined up, a lot of questions. I'm surprised y'all usually have a lot of questions. You're making me love my Scorpio even more because this is how he acts. But I'm getting so used to his ways that when he goes into his mood, I just let him be. It used to bother me. Yeah, because a lot of times it bothers you because you don't understand. I think a lot of times it bothers the females in the situation because they don't understand what's going on. When once you understand what's going on, or you understand the situation, you already know. Okay, it's not. That's not the issue. That's not what's happening. I'll give you 1 second. Uh, like I told you, I'm just messing around with the gadgets a little bit. But it's just like when certain things happen, when certain situations happen, you got to be able to call it. You got to be able to see it because we don't. A lot of times we won't say certain things. A lot of times you got to be able to look at certain things. You got to be able to look at a certain way he look at certain things, a certain way he might react to certain things, a certain way that he might go about. You got to be able to read. You got to be a type of person that have a certain judgment, a certain wisdom about yourself when it comes to um, dealing with him. You got to be like, okay, he's being silent right now, so it got to be for A, B, and C, or is he's going through this situation, or he's going through this, so he's acting like this. So you got to be able to read between the lines. Let me see. I would have already hit up the next guy. I would have already hit up the next guy, Crystal Copeland, if it wasn't for your videos understand Scorpio man only because I care for him and when he did speak to me, he communicated he had several personal issues. He's in silent mode now. I would have okay. Hey Sophia, hey, y'all make sure you like as you enter Sophia. I appreciate all the love. Hey little mama. LA Mom. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I appreciate it. I'll be waiting for some of y'all more to come in, man. I really appreciate all the love, though. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Give me 1 second, cause I'm gonna ask y'all, cause I know some of y'all been checking it out. Some of y'all been viewing it. Do y'all enjoy the last one? Y'all make sure y'all like it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't really know whether y'all want me to keep it up. Cause I kept it up. It's been up for like 2 3 days, but I just want you to make sure y'all like and support it. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate it. Let me see. Yeah, because a lot of times, a lot of women will leave the Scorpio because of certain silent modes, or because they feel a certain way about certain things. But it's not. He's not, just like I told y'all. It's not because we're trying to be vindictive. It's not because we're trying to be these evil individuals. It's just that a lot of times, if we become misunderstood, a lot of times it's because of just regular agitation. A lot of times it's just because of being in a certain moods, being, just being misunderstood. I think enormous part that comes from Scorpio aggravation, and a lot of times we become aggravated, um is being misunderstood, because a lot of times, like I told y'all, when you dealing with us, is that we're dealing with the deeper aspects of life. We're dealing with the deeper aspects of a person. When you talking about Scorpio, you're dealing with the deepest parts of the ocean. You're not dealing with a person that's gonna be always jolly, a person that's gonna be um smiling like some cartoon character, a person that's gonna be all bouncing up and down. You gotta understand, you're dealing with a person that's gonna be very uh a person that's gonna be very serious, a person that's gonna be very in depth, a person that's gonna be very down to the core. So you just gotta look at it for what it is. Let me see. I see a couple of y'all in here, but y'all ain't hitting the like button. Y'all got to hit the like button, y'all. Y'all make sure, if y'all don't hit that like button and show that love, man, I ain't going. I'm gonna just go ahead and just end it, because y'all ain't really showing me y'all want me in here. Y'all gotta hit that like button. If y'all want me to go ahead and end it, I'll go ahead and end it. But if y'all want me to keep going, y'all gotta show that love. Y'all gotta make sure you hit that like, because I see a lot of people been coming in here and y'all just walk in and just walk out and just hit click in and click out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, show that love now, because I'm putting my energy into it. So y'all gotta make sure y'all show that. Oh, look who we got here. Look who we got here. We got Miss Yulia. Hello, hello. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yulia, where have you been? Where have you been? Oh man. Because I'm gonna do. I know y'all want me to do some compatibility videos. Maybe I'll do a compatibility. I don't know. I just want to do them in a certain way. It's a certain thing I got set up for y'all that I've been holding out. I know I've been holding out, so I just wanted to make sure I do everything in a certain type of way. Hey, thank you, Yulia. I need your help. Make sure you tell them to like the video. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. Hey, Miss Taya. Hey, thank you so much, everybody. Now I got some moderators. Now I got some help. I feel better now. I feel better, because this is another part about Scorpio. A lot of y'all don't understand. Yes, we have this tremendous energy, but just like I said, it's not because we are always these enormous people that can't be broken. Are we just indestructible? Is this we built off the energy that's around us? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, if we doing something, whether if it's just, for instance, if a Scorpio man, if he a performer, if he don't get a certain radiance, a certain energy from the crowd, he's not gonna give it all he got. If he don't feel a certain love from his spouse, he's not going to be all the way himself. If he don't feel if he don't feel a certain attachment, he's not going to be himself. You know what I'm saying? But when we get to the point where we go into our ego stage, and where we evolving into the phoenix, we understand ourselves. Then we become a lot more comfortable with what we're doing. We become a lot more comfortable with who we are. Then we understand what's going on around us. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's just from pure agitation. Like I told y'all, you know. a lot of times it's just from being misunderstood, being misread. You know, a lot of people, a lot of times we always getting challenged. We always getting challenged by many others, whether it's males and you know where we go, whether it's you know whoever. It's like we always getting challenged. When we it's like the people don't understand just because we look like we come off a certain way is not that's not exactly who we are. A lot of times we could be as laid back as whatever. We could say one thing. We know we have an impact for word. Like we could say a certain thing and people, you know, get a certain attitude or we'll do a certain thing and people will have a certain reaction to it. It's like we understand what type of impression we have, and a lot of times it could be very overwhelming. It could be very hard when you don't have a certain place where even though we it makes us special, it makes us a leader, it makes us very different, it makes us very strong as far as the substance of our character and who we are as men or whatever, but it makes it very hard to be misunderstood. It makes it very hard to be understood. You really don't have that many people you can relate to when you're in your own lane. You don't have this group or this building that you can go to. We don't have no temple that we go to. It ain't no set group of people. It ain't nobody I'm gathering with. I'm not trying to gather with a bunch of people. It's like because you know most of the time you're not misunderstood. The more people you got around you, the more distractions you got around you, the more distractions. Y'all, excuse me. I'm sorry. The more distractions you got around you, the more y'all excuse me because I'm all about manners. I don't like to do that. Y'all just give me 1 second. I gotta hit my nose. You know, one thing about us, you know, once you distracted, then you don't have time to think. And one thing about Scorpio man is we have to think, we have to be able to think, we have to be able to gather ourselves, we have to be able to re-energize ourselves because it's an enormous part of us. Because just think about it, when you're the type of person that gives the utmost of your energy, that gives it everything you got, don't leave anything left to be done or be desired. You got to understand it becomes extremely exhausting. It becomes extremely it can become a burden because we don't even give leave enough energy for ourselves because we give all the energy that we have. That's why a lot of times you will run into problems and you will run into these enormous arguments because he will start to realize that all the energy is being taken for granted. All his energy is being taken in vain. A lot of all the energy is being slapped in his face. All the love and all the attention that he gives to his loved ones is being smacked in his face, and this is gonna cause big problems. And you try to, especially if you get to a point you trying to control him or try to overbury him or try to be all macho and try to be all over masculine. It's like it's not going to work. We're not those people. We're not scared of how tough you think you are. We don't care what you threaten us with. We're not those individuals because it's not just like I tell y'all all the time. It's not any issues that we haven't dealt with before. It's not like it's a situation that we haven't dealt with before. Let me see. Are you finally going to do a Scorpio and Scorpio compatibility? Son? Okay, I'll make sure I do that. I'll do that for you. You just have to make sure y'all support this one. If y'all show me enough support on my last two videos, I'll do that. I'll do some compatibility. Start doing the compatibility videos and getting all that straight for y'all. Let me see what y'all talking about. Naturally, me. Can Scorpio men commit for a lifetime? All the ones I sent met generally have short term relationships. It's not because we're generally trying to be these short term relationship people. It's because that it's the person that we're in a relationship is more of a short term, whether they realize it or not. If a Scorpio, if we a lot of times people are short term, you know what I'm saying, and we see it for what it is, and a lot of times we already know that we are these. Besides a Virgo, I say a Virgo is very good at seeing a way ahead of the road, but I say Scorpio has an even more hindsight because we look at it very extremely shrewd, and we look at it very very straight to the facts. We look at everything. We look at how a person acts. We look at everything. We look at the whole characteristic. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we will cut it short because we don't see any future in it. We don't see anything healthy coming out of it. If it's to the point that I'm not trying to hear the person out, the person ain't trying to hear me out, or it's to the point that you got to do all the bending over. You gotta do all this. You got to change this. A person want to change that about you. A person want to take this away from you. A person want to take that away from you. A person trying to force you to do this. A person want to force you to do that. Then that's not a healthy relationship. That's not a relationship I want to be in. That's not nobody I want to be around. Because I'm not here to please. Nobody and no individual is made to be some type of robot. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to meet. It's like we love and show each other. It's points and times where you do that. But if it's to a point, a person is trying to try to belittle you, a person trying to talk down to you, a person, and a lot of times, hold on, let me see what Patricia's saying. Let me see what Patricia's saying. I gotta check. Let me see what you're saying, Patricia. What about Scorpio and Virgo? What about Scorpio? Oh, she just asking the question. I know she asking. She asking about what about Scorpio and Virgo compatibility video. She okay, Taya. She okay. She okay. She asking the same question Mary was asking. She was just reiterating about the Scorpio's compatibility video. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I do all of them. I'm gonna do all of them. I'm gonna do all of them. Just give me time. That's all I ask y'all. Just be patient with me, and everything is okay. You know what I'm saying? You'll be fine. So y'all, yeah. So she fine. Tell you, she ain't mean nothing bad. She cool. Hey, my Scorpio guy says he likes everything about me. One week, I got you. Got to finish your statement. You got to finish your statement so I can see what you're saying. Yeah, but Patricia cool. Tell you, she cool. Hey, Patricia, just say something right quick so I can make sure you straight. I don't want to. I don't want y'all to. And I thank you, Miss Taylor, because it's been. But and I want y'all to watch out. Make sure it don't be nobody trying to talk crazy and all that. I appreciate. Thank you so much, moderators, for having my back. Because I need y'all to make sure it don't be nobody trying to throw stuff. Uh, be acting crazy. My oldest of six children from six different my oldest Scorpio is the oldest of six children, uh, and not always by and he is. Oh, I'm kind of misunderstanding what you're saying, Shari. You might have to reiterate that a little bit because I'm kind of, I'm trying to catch on to what you're saying. Hey, Miss Patricia, can you please say something so I can know you still in the house? Because I will. It was just a misunderstanding. I ain't know if you. I don't know if you still in here or not. If you can, please make sure you say something. I appreciate. Thank you all the love. A lot of times you will hit these brick walls. Let me see. Y'all had one more question. I want to make sure I get that too. So y'all give me a second. Because I don't even know if Patricia's still in here. Well, but let me see. It's Libra season, so start with us. Scorpio and Libra compatibility. Okay. I'll make sure I do that. I'm gonna make sure I got you covered. Hey, Pure Global Radiance, can I email you my question? Absolutely, but just make sure you donate beforehand. If you're unsure what to donate, just make sure you just email me Pure Global Radiance. I'm gonna put my information in here Cause I try to break down everything I can. Cause I told y'all I try not to always write it down because certain times I don't want to just bumble everything together. So y'all just give me a second. Yeah, if y'all asking me a question about, I know y'all asked, she was just asking me a question about the video, so I understood that was just a misunderstanding. Sorry about that, but we just trying to make sure there ain't nobody start, being messy in the chat room. So my moderator is just doing a wonderful job. I appreciate it. Mystery lady, hey mystery lady. Uh, this make sure this is my donation link. Y'all make sure y'all show some love. And this is my email. If you want to email me, cause I think my boy, I think one of my boys that watch my channel had asked me for my email. I for anybody that asks for my email, and I'm gonna say this all the time, like my emails is always in the chat room. You can just it's always gonna be in the comment section. If you don't see it in the comment, just look in the chat. I put it in the chat multiple times, and my moderators also put in the chat. So it shouldn't be no reason y'all don't really see it unless y'all not really just looking. So y'all make sure y'all gotta pay attention, man. That's another thing about Scorpio. We're very into details, and if you're a person that's very sloppy and not very detail oriented, not very careful, and not to the point where you got to be walking on cotton, but if you to the point where it's got to be repetitive every, you know, then it's not gonna work. It's gonna be enormous. It's gonna hit these enormous hurdles. Let me see. Let me because I found like even I found my enormous hurdles has been just communication with people. It's just like people not caring. It's like it's crazy, like the world we live in. It's like people don't care. People are not careful with their words. People are not patient. It's like they want you to be everything that they're not. It's like we live in such a big enormous hypocrisy. It's like what the heck are you talking about? You ask me to be patient, but you have no patience. You ask me to be loving, but you show no love. You asking me to be lighthearted, but you're aggressive. What in the world are you talking about? You need to back off and check yourself. Don't check me, check yourself. People ask you to be everything they're not. They want you to treat them everything that they don't treat people. They asking you to be the polar opposite of what they're not. And don't get me started on folks that's in the established religious realm. You gonna find some of the most enormous hypocrites of all times. That's why people back away from a lot of that stuff because it's nothing but a house of hypocrites. A house of hypocrites. When you go to these organizations, they're nothing but hypocrites. I don't care which one it is. They're all hypocrites. They don't practice. None of them practice what they preach, and that's the type of stuff we do not get along with people like that. We do not try to fit into where they want us to go. If we have a clash with people like that, we just have a clash. If we don't get along, we just not gonna get along. Me bending over backwards and taking it up the you know what, how that's going to help me, how is that going to make my life better, how is that going to make me a stronger individual, how I'm going to go up to the young brothers on the streets or the young brothers coming up and be like, yeah, you can be a strong brother, but just let people come and talk to you crazy when they feel like it, and don't stand up to certain people. But when your family members and people you grew up with come around you talking crazy, just give them a pass. Be weak for them. Kiss their hair pots. Do backflips. Let them treat you like dirt, and you'll be a whole man. Just let them smack you across the face. Just let them smack. Not four fingers. Give them a five finger. Let them get a five finger smack. You know what I'm saying? Let them get some. Let them get some reach in it. You know what I'm saying? Let them get a good palm hand so they can imprint their hand into your face. It's like, what kind of sense does that make? How can I sit there and teach the brothers I'm teaching backwards? I'm teaching half truths. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not supposed to bend over backwards to people that's treating you. I don't care if they're your brother, your brother. You better check him as quick as you would check. John Doe. You know what I'm saying? You gotta check. You gotta keep it in the same realm, and that's where a lot of people fall out with Scorpios because we don't put this prestigious red carpet or pedestal under their names because we got the same last name or because we known each other a certain amount of time. You have a certain past to do certain things. That's not how it's gonna fly with him. It's gonna become very it's gonna become you're gonna hit a lot of roads. You're gonna hit enormous bumps in the roads. It's just not gonna y'all just gonna go separate ways immediately. Dealing with the same thing for 2 years now, starting to give up. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Miss Tay, for yeah, Miss. I appreciate it because I thank y'all so much because I need people that's got my back. Thank you so much for my moderators that's holding me down. Because one thing about Scorpio, we're very protective over people around us. We're very guardian with people around us, and so we try to give it all. Like we understand when people give it all we got because we do that a lot of times. We go way over the top when it comes to protecting people. We go way over the top, but a lot of times is very earned because a lot of people step on our shoes. A lot of people give us this evil. A lot of people give us this evil energy. That's why I be telling y'all about the Scorpio mirroring. Because if you see in a Scorpio that's always nasty, that's always a certain way, it's because they haven't hit that hurdle to mature. It don't matter if they 60, 70, or hit the Phoenix stage. It don't have nothing to do with age. None of that stuff. You can up the stage, not just a Scorpio, just immature Aquarius, be an immature Taurus, an immature Capricorn. They not fully evolved. You can see it by their actions. You can see by the way they act. You can see by the way they communicate with people. You can see by the way they react to things. Let me see. My Scorpio guy says he likes everything about me, but one minute he's all in me, he's all into me, and the next week he goes ghost on me. Every other week, it's annoying. But like I told you, Quinn Lee, you got to understand you dealing with a very complex individual. You can't just say just like I told y'all, don't be hypocritical about the situation. You can't be like, oh, I want this very special, strong man with this enormous boost of energy and characteristics. But when he goes into these extra different phases, I don't want to be around him. When he has these certain bouts of impulsive anger. I don't want to be around him. When he goes into these solitude of and he wants to be alone. I don't like him. When he's too direct and too strong. I want him to be strong, but I don't want him to be too strong. I want him to be a little. I want him to be weak as hell for me. I want him to be a certain way. And you can't have it both ways. You got to be like, okay, this I have an extra special person, individual in my life, but you got to be able to appreciate them. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all enter, cause I see a lot of y'all coming in. Don't try to snoop past me and not like the video. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. Uh, Let me see. Takara T. I don't. You got a name like me. Y'all got some names on y'all. Y'all give me a second. Thank you, Miss Taya. Thank you, Miss Patricia and Taya for handling that situation like adults. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. The House of Warriors, Band of Kings. What's up, brother? What's going on, bro? Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Miss Taya, for having my back. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Uh, Patricia, please. Thank you so much, Taya. Thank you. I appreciate that because everybody don't apologize. Everybody's not willing to own up to stuff. You know. Thank you for the video. Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate that. I don't know what your name enunciated, but thank you so much. And and uh and I appreciate all the love. If you from, especially if you coming from a descendant of Jamaican descendant, You coming from the islands, if you coming from the any of the islands, if you coming from anywhere outside, you're not blocked. What are you talking about, Patricia? You haven't been blocked. If you were blocked, I wouldn't be able to see your comment, Patricia. Come on now. Let me see. Yo, I got a question for you. Why does everyone try to dominate us Scorpios? It's because people try to dominate what they can't, of what they fear. People want to control what they can't understand. People want to dominate what they fear because ain't nobody trying to dominate. Uh, you know, I be trying to use names, but when you got an enormous family and you know a whole lot of people, it's hard to come up with names without offending somebody. It's hard to use it. Okay, I'm gonna just use Mr. Blankety Blank. Okay, let's. Nobody has a name like that. Okay, Mr. Blankety Blank. You know, if I was Mr. Nerdy, Mr. Blankety Blank, the nerd, nobody nobody would care. Nobody would care about dominating with me. Nobody would be annoyed by me. Nobody would be irritated by me if I had a voice that blended in with everybody else. Nobody cares about that. When you have the same strength as everybody else, nobody cares about that. You ever heard if y'all ever watched the show The Wire, when Stringer Bell is like, be like, I can't remember how he said it, but it's almost like he said, "Who cares about a lukewarm day? Who celebrates a lukewarm day? You know what I'm saying? Who fears a lukewarm day? You know what I'm saying? Who's jumping up and down and kissing the sky because of a lukewarm victory or a lukewarm, win? You know what I'm saying? It's just like nah, people want you to be, as long as you right here with people want that. But once you have a certain, and once you outside of that box, once you inside here, it's okay. It's not going to challenge nobody. It's not going to make anybody think. It's not going to be outside of what nobody's comfort level is. Everybody's satisfied. Everybody's happy. Everybody's, living their regular, boring, brainwashed, experiences. But once you start going outside that realm, people want to dominate you. People want to have a certain power over you. I don't understand it either, bro. It's just like people always try that, but we give them a run for their money, and we not gonna take it lightly either. We gonna drag you. Once you open that door, we gonna drag you. Once you try to dominate us, try to sabotage us or do anything that to us, you gonna get a run for your money. You gonna have just as big of a headache, if not a bigger headache. There's not gonna be anything given without anything taken back. When it comes to us, let me see, naturally me, but it's like they act like it's very normal, and we are the ones that are acting dramatic. Let me see. I think if he would be more verbal, it would help. Let me see. Let me see. Same here, Quinn. Oh, y'all going in with the other. I don't know if y'all talking to me or y'all all over the place. Yeah, no, just like I said, yeah, you just got to retract your statement, Miss Patricia, because certain things, when you come off a certain way, if you say certain things, it's going to come off a certain way. Just be, mystery lady. Hey, mystery lady, like don't end. Okay, do y'all want me to keep that? I want y'all to, make sure, just like I said, y'all make sure y'all like that last video. I appreciate all the love, but I need y'all to please like my last video because I put so much energy and so much time into it. It would mean so much to me if y'all please make sure y'all show some love and like my last video. That would mean so much. Thank you so much. Let me see. Like I said, make sure you show some love. Make sure you donate. Make sure you like the video. I appreciate all the love. Let me see. Make sure I'm gonna read some through y'all comments right quick. Y'all talking. Y'all having a conversation between each other. So I'm trying to. just see what's going on. And one thing about it is people say, "Oh, Scorpio." We know where we know what type of people we read through people. People say, "Oh, once you cross us, we'll never let you come." It's not always the case. We know who is who. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is right. We do not like crossing, roads that we not gonna do that. But if you know you a certain type of person, we know you a certain. We can feel it. I'm gonna just say that. We just know when you are sincere and when you should be around, and when we know that you are sincere with apologies or whatever things of that nature, when we feel like it's healthy for both of parties for us to continue, then we understand that. But we know it's a lot of toxic people out here. We know, just like my boy said, it's a lot of people that want to dominate us. There's a lot of people that just want to be around us. It's just to drain our energy, just to waste our time, just to hurt us. That's why a lot of times we are apprehensive. We are stiff on what we tight grill, we tight face, no smiling. We not trying to kick it or none of that stuff. We not trying to hang, slap high fives. We not trying to do none of that. We don't even entertain it whatsoever. Once we know it's a toxic situation, we don't try to entertain it whatsoever. And y'all make sure y'all subscribe too, because sometimes I know it'd be a bunch of mess with the subscription. So if you're a new subscriber, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you haven't been unsubscribed. Make sure you check. Make sure your notifications bell is on. Um, Sometimes if you run into certain things and the video is hard to upload, just make sure you re-upload it. It should start working again because sometimes it just gets stiff. And y'all make sure y'all like that video because I appreciate it, all the love. But I need, just like y'all, just like I tell you, when it comes to Scorpio, we feed off what you give us. So I need y'all to give me your support and make sure you like this video. Make sure you like my last video, and make sure you understand when you're dealing with this individual, when you're dealing with this man, that it's a lot that comes with it. It's not like as far as it's gonna be difficult and this you gotta go through this and go through that, but you got to just be able. It's more psychological than physical. It's not like you got to be a Sagittarius and be able to run 100 miles or be able to catch up with him everywhere he running through here and there. You got to be able to chase behind him. No, that's not the case. I'm talking about as far as just so spiritually and psychologically, you got to be in tune with him. You got to be a good listener. You can't just be a hearer. A lot of women are here. They can hear, yeah, okay, but you can't listen. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, the only thing, a lot of women, they can only listen to the sound of their own voice. They love the sound of their own conversation. Some women don't have two things to talk about, but they feel they are these witty conversationalists. And then there's some women that don't say enough, and they have enormous conversations. So you got to find where you got to be able to put that same thing in perspective. You got to be able to show that same love. You got to be able to listen and read between the lines. Let me see. But I love y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yulia. Thank you, Miss Taya. Thank you, Brittany John. Uh, I know a lot of y'all running around. I wish I could get a certain amount of y'all in here at the same time. One day I got to do something to get all of y'all in here at the same time. Maybe I should do a weekend or something like that. I just want y'all to pile up in here, because I want everybody to, just have fun and just be able to enjoy the video and stuff. Because it's really enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? Not just on my part, it's just for the viewers and stuff. So I'm gonna put this link in one more time because I know I'm always being asked. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm just getting this right for y'all. That's all. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter the chat. Thank you. This I'm gonna put this link in one more time. Y'all show some love. But just remember this: when you got to be able to be aware of who you are, be aware of how you coming off, be aware of, and put yourself in his shoes. Put yourself in certain situations. Ask yourself sometimes: would you like this being put in this situation? Would you like this being said to you? Would you like these actions being taken up amongst you? And ask yourself, how would you react? Ask yourself, is everything as wonderful as you think it's cracked up to be because you think it is? Just because you think that's the nice thing to do, or because you think everything is cool, doesn't always mean that it is. A lot of times it's not. You know what I'm saying? So no, it's not two sided, but life just ain't fair. I realize it's just a downside to a great God. I still get frustrated. I don't understand why it's always each other sometimes. He acts shy. I hold back a lot sometimes and it gets to the point I gotta be honest. Yikes. He goes, but I know he knows he needed to hear it. Oh, okay. Yeah. And it's not all because he mad or nothing like that. You gotta understand, he probably just taking the time just to think about it, just to let it sink in. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we know we don't hear stuff right then. You're not gonna take everything for what it is right there on the spot. So you gotta just take the time just to back away, just to regenerate, just to see, let things resurface. You know what I'm saying? So I love y'all. I appreciate all the love. Make sure you please like my last video. I would appreciate it so much. I got a question for you. Oh no, okay. I'm hey QT, what's going on? Why won't guys just say what they need, that they need some space? It's not always like, it's not always so formal. Everything is not formal. I know everything in this life is formal. Everything is handed to it. Everything has a certain ring to it. Everything has a certain notification to it. Everything has a, that's just like uh my guy said, what's his name? I can't remember his page because he been gone for a while, but it's just like he said, it's just like life is no, it's not a rehearsal. It's like it's going to happen regardless of whether you planned it or not. Everything is not going to be planned. Everything is not going to go on your schedule, on your time frame. He's not going to move just because you feel it's the certain thing to do. Like you feel it's the certain way it should be done. Certain things just happen. So you just got to understand that. Hey, God, body, I'm late, but I caught you. Hey, Steven 79, Steven K 79. Make sure you like the video. I appreciate all the love. I was just telling everybody, just got to make sure, because at certain times he will go silent. At certain times he will become agitated because for one, we're not being listened to. Is for one, either he's feeling like he's being pushed in the wrong direction, or he becoming very disinterested. It's just certain times that we feel like it's certain subtle moments of disrespect, and you know how y'all do certain things. It's just like you'll say certain things just thoughtlessly. You know how people in this society just just blurt out things, just be mad, disrespectful, and he's not the individual that's going to take that lightly. He's going to take it very seriously. So you got to look at all these things in order to get the whole feel of the video. You definitely gonna have to watch it from the beginning. But okay, then why does he not like it when I mirror the ghosting? You have to email me, Miss Naturally Me. You have to email me because you feel like I feel like you got a whole lot of questions and a whole lot of you need a whole lot of answers. So you make sure you hit me up on my email. on my Gmail. And I love y'all so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love. Please make sure you like my last video. Make sure you comment on it. You know, everybody that has been able to jump in, please make sure you check it out. Thank you so much. I love y'all so much. I know a lot of y'all running around doing what you do, but I appreciate all the love. Big, big kiss, all the ladies, from bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. All my brothers, pound, slap, slap. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all like the video, and I love y'all. I'll be back soon, and just stay tuned and make sure you support. And I'm out. I want to. I don't know. I don't like that outro. So let me just. I'm gonna feel like I just want y'all to be cool, be safe. Show some love. You know, just be patient with each other. Be patient with your Scorpio. It's a lot of. It's very complex. I know it's a lot of things you have to deal with. A lot of things it's hard to really understand, but just take that time to understand, and it'll become more easier as you go along. So peace, y'all just be safe, be strong, don't be a follower, and do your own thing. Y'all just and y'all just stay cool. Peace.